My name is Laura Crawford. And
I'm Ralph Crawford, and we live in Ponderosa, and we couldn't be happier.
it was a new construction. It had just been finished by the time we viewed it for the first time. Fell in love with it when we walked in. It was just beautiful to me. That was the moment of clarity, I think, for me. Just going, this is it. This is our home.
The most, I guess, the neatest part of finding one was I had been doing it for quite a while, looking at other homes in the area and different builders, and it just seemed that I was coming back to Tabor every time. And it was a different floor plan. I got to see a lot of them, and we hadn't seen this one completed yet. Yeah. And when we saw it, we knew it immediately because we had looked at a lot of homes the day that we had picked this one out. I was able to get out and look at more homes, being that I'm retired and my wife's still teaching. But on Sunday afternoons, we'd go look at homes occasionally, and we'd enjoy that. And we'd write down the addresses and check them out and see how much they were, how big they were. But during the week, I was able to get out and go look at the homes and walk into them and see them. And I would come back and say, we need to go look at this one or this one. And we seem to be coming to this neighborhood or one of the other Tabor neighborhoods all the time. I don't know if that was a premonition of things to come when we finally landed on one, but that's basically how that happened.
We received several emails through our realtor giving us ideas of homes that were available in our price range, but ended up coming to actually view in person a few, and Ralph kept on coming back to, I really want to actually get into a neighborhood that has a home built by Tabor, so we narrowed it down to that.
It was interesting that this model was the first time that I had come into one and met the sales rep here, and she was just wonderful and showed me several of the homes. But I wanted this one. I said, how much is this one? Let's have this one. And we ended up on one similar, but we just love it. We had already had a realtor that we were talking to, but in the very early ages, I was just shopping around and looking, seeing what it was. And Stephanie Parr worked with us, worked with me, and kept in contact with me with any new developments or new homes that were completed. We got busy during the Christmas time last December in 2017, and we kind of put it on hold for a little bit, but we picked it right back up after the first of the year, and she was right there to answer our questions and show us. And like I said, when we came to the model, we knew that we were looking at kind of what we had in mind.
Stephanie communicating with us on the Tabor side, our realtor talking with Stephanie and us, it was just very smooth.
We never had any conflict, I don't think. There was some negotiation, obviously, but there was never a conflict. They knew we wanted a home, we knew we wanted the home, and it was just coming down to getting the final price out where we wanted it.
And I will say this, if there was conflict behind the scenes, they worked that out themselves and never brought that stress into our experience. So that again shows professionalism on both sides.
Buying the home was the simplest part. We didn't have a problem qualifying, and we didn't have a problem with any of that process of getting there. I would say the more stress that I had was selling our home and making it ready and moving. That was the harder part. We were fortunate that our home sold in about 15 hours once it went on the market, and that was a good thing, but the hard work came after that, moving 22 years of stuff. But somehow we got it into our new home, and we still have a lot of room left over, so we're pretty happy with that.
That's right.
I think ours is I hate to use this word, cutest in the neighborhood, and the neatest one, because it's going to look great at Christmas. But it's the note to detail of what we were looking for met our eye. It fit well for when we knew when we walked in the door that was it. It just felt like it was going to be our home. I love the ceilings. I love the patio. We're spending a lot of time with our wood-burning fireplace on the patio. We've got that fixed up for football. We've got it fixed up for everything. We love the big backyard. I've got my man cave out in the garage, but it's fun to walk into that open kitchen and be able to get something and sit down and converse with your friends or with each other. We just really love it. And it's a great place for our two little Scotties too. So.
Right. We have a friend who's an interior designer who came through our house and walked around, and she was in awe of all of the things that were already a part of our home, because she knew we purchased one that had already been built, and it was just built as a standard home that Tabor builds. And she was looking around at the furnishings, the finishings, the ceiling, the detailing, the countertops, everything, and she said, "You actually bought a custom home. There's nothing standard about this."
Yeah, we feel that.
And we felt that way. I mean, that's when we walked in. So it is not only for us, it was amazing when we walked in, but even our friend who's an interior designer was finding things that she's chosen to put into her custom homes. I love that we have this massive island in kind of separating the kitchen area from the living area to make one great room, and that is just a dream come true. And my second favorite is the back patio, because it has the wood burning fireplace. It just has a space for outdoor living, that we have a couch and chairs out there and it had already a standard hookup for television. And so we've spent several mornings and evenings out there just enjoying the outdoors, which we weren't not able to do in our previous homes.
I'd have to say one of my favorites would be the outdoors. I take great pride in the way my yard looks, and I've worked hard on that. And I like to be able to go up on the patio and get out of the sun. And even in the hottest days, the way our house is designed is that it's cool enough that we turn on a fan, we turn on the TV, we can cook out there with our grill, and we can make it just like we're in there, almost a cookout or just leisure. The mornings have been absolutely spectacular out there. The cool breeze, it's turning fall here now, and we've started little fireplaces, and it's just been just special to go out there. And it's great to be able to turn on your football games or listen to the radio or whatever you're wanting to watch and work in the yard. And we just really like the way that the Tabor home was designed for that. It really was. It made it almost another room. I'm really enjoying the whole thing now. It's taken me time because of circumstances to settle in. But I drive up in the driveway now, whether I go through the garage or through the front door, I feel like it's home. And it is my forever home. I'm not moving again. But it's I'm going to be happy with that, because when I walk in, I feel like I'm walking into a really nice furnished home. And I can't say enough for Tabor. I am sold on them. They have far exceeded their advertisement, I believe. I can't put a single item. It's just the whole process, the whole home. We've had some issues, and we've had I'll just use it, kind of growing pains of our home settling and getting the atmosphere, the humidity changes and the seasonal changes have all brought out some of the things. Not once have they denied coming out and fix it. They've done as best they can to get out as soon as possible. They've kept me appraised, and they send me alerts and let me know every time. I'll tell you, dealing with Betty there in warranty has been great. We're on first name basis. I always like to call her and tell her something new we've learned today, and it happened today or yesterday. I called her and told her, I said, "What is this for?" And so she looked it up, and I said, "Look, it's not even 9 o'clock, and we've already learned something new today." And it's been a real joy and a blessing to know that if we have something that we need to have done or it goes wrong, that they're right there to help me fix it or help me understand how to work it, or to come and fix it. And it's been great. It's I can't say anything better than it's been perfect.